This podcast includes explicit language and sensitive topics that some may find offensive.
All views expressed belong to the individual speaking and not a representation of any entity that we have been, am now, or will be affiliated with. It's your chance to back out now.
That being said, if not,
enjoy the show.
Previously on The Black Man Misunderstood.
Hear me when I say this again one more time, just in case y'all think I'm BSing. I'm out here selling TIP, transitions into prosperity. You hear me?
black man, misunderstood.
It's your boy Mike B.
In the neighborhood therapist.
Welcome back to The Black Man Misunderstood. Here we discuss topics about the black man that others are afraid to speak on. I'm your host, Mike B, and this is season 4, episode 1. In this episode, we're starting a new series called Things We Do Not Talk About. And this topic is a heartbreaker here. And the topic is the miscarriage. But first, before we get into the topic, of course, joining me as always, I'm with my brother, and you know him as the neighborhood therapist, but he gonna come correct and tell you a little something after this. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, man. You know, Justice Payne-Tyson, licensed professional counselor, supervisor. Long time coming, man. But you know, a lot of people call me the neighborhood therapist. Some people call me the hood therapist, but legally, I am the neighborhood therapist. There's already a hood therapist, but we out here. What's good, man?
What's good, Brody? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. It's been a good little while, man. I want to talk about growth, bro. How have you grown in the year we've been apart, man?
A lot, bro. We talked about my marriage and everything. I'm just learning on how to be a husband even more just through experience versus just, saying what I was going to do, and being in it is totally different. And then hearing other people who going through marriage as well, and just getting wisdom from them, people from the church, other people who've been married that's been around us. So like diving in and being a husband's a big thing. And then at the same time, I was talking about building up my business, and that is another thing that's being worked on, getting the LLC and all that good stuff. So everything's moving and shaking.
Good
Everything's
to know.
shaking. Yes, sir.
Good to know. Okay. So what we doing today, man? Let's go. Let's come on with it.
Yeah, man. So like I was saying to you guys earlier, we starting this new series. It's called Things We Don't Talk About. This episode is the miscarriage. So you're probably wondering, like, why are you guys talking about miscarriage? You guys can't carry babies. Yes, we know that, but we do have wives. And today in this episode, Just is actually going to be opening up about his story. That's what recently happened to him. So to get us started, I'm just going to ask you, can you tell the people what happened? And then we'll go from there, bro.
Okay. So I definitely want to paint a picture for people. Since I was 14, Mike? I've always told you, yo, I got this plan. This is what I want to do with my life. This is what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna sacrifice this amount of years so that when I
Yeah.
get to this point, I'll be able to give my child abundance and things like that. So like you on your end personally, I did what I said I was gonna do.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
you also know how excited I was to find out. And you found out late, but you were excited to find out like, yo, this is the final piece.
Yeah.
Half pregnant, you know what I mean? So it was exciting, right? It was an exciting time. But just want to paint a picture for y'all, right? So my birthday is on the 20th, right? Y'all can figure out what month. Because I don't want I don't, you know what I mean? But my birthday is on the 20th, right? I was told my wife is pregnant on the 15th of that month. She gave me it as an early birthday gift. Okay. So we go from the 15th. I'm super excited, right? And we got the 16th, 17th, 18th. I'm being overprotective at this point. I'm like, yo, you good at work? Da, da, da. I'm doing the most, right? 19th rolls around. Her cousin is already pregnant. Her cousin is about to have her child. Her cousin had asked her, hey, can you be there for the birth of my child? I want you there.
Oh wow.
Now, Mike, nobody in her family or my family knows that she is pregnant. You understand?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, well, this is my cousin. She's been ride or die. But I'm like, nah, let's do it. You know what I mean? Mind you, my birthday is on the 20th, Mike. You understand?
I know, bro. Go ahead.
So I said, all right, look, this is what we're going to do. I'm cool with spending my birthday downtown medical center in Houston. It's all good, right? But that also meant me spending my birthday technically alone because she would be in the hospital all day, all morning, all night with her cousin. And I was cool with that, right? Because the baby cousin was supposed to be born on my B-day. So I was
Oh
like,
wow.
I'm good. Like, we can do it, right? Because I'm lit. So here I am on the 20th on my B-day, right? She calls me. She left, went to the hospital. Her cousin's having contractions. We're getting excited, right? I'm in the hotel, bro. I'm reading baby books. I'm getting ready, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
Doing the things, bro, right? I'm so comfortable in my skin, bro. I leave the hotel. This is my first time being like right there in that moment where what I mean? I've been in the medical district, but I ain't never really been in the medical district to be walking around like I know where I'm at. Man,
Yeah.
the limbs was so comfortable. I'm walking on the side of the street, people looking at me. I'm like, man, what's good? Like, I'm lit. I'm high. I'm
You
high.
giddy.
Like,
You
I don't
got that pep
smoke.
in the step.
I'm high on life. I'm high,
Yeah.
bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, my wife pregnant, bro. It's up, bro. I'm good. So I'm doing my thing. Baby ain't even born on the 20th. I'm like, all right, bet. So, you know what I mean? But it's cool. You know what I mean? Spend
Yeah.
my B-day in there. It's all good. The next day, the 21st, she's born.
Okay.
Baby's
Okay.
born, right?
Cool.
Little side note, that's my mother-in-law's B-day. My mother-in-law's B-day is the day after my B-day, right? This is all in it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Right? So mother-in-law is lit, right? And in my head, I'm like, you think you lit now? We about to come down there and drop something on you, right? But I didn't
Yeah.
say nothing. I'm letting everybody have the moment, basking in the moment. Her cousin still don't know that Daph is pregnant. The whole time Daph is sitting next to her, she holding her hand, she being there for her. She's pregnant, right? So the 20th rolls around, 21st is here, 22nd. So what we do in that time from the 20th to the 23rd is we live in life. We go to the movies. I think The Blackening had just came out.
Okay.
The Flash had just came out. Disappointment. But that had just came out. That had came out. I myself, right? Because it was my B-Day month. My B-Day, like I'm on a high, bro. I didn't want to see The Blackening. I didn't want to see The Flash. I didn't spend money eating stuff. She's just like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, yo, I don't know. I ain't never felt like this before. I'm good. Like, I'm really good. First time in a long time, I'm good. Because this is the final piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
23rd rolls around, and we had scheduled an appointment for an ultrasound.
Okay.
Right now, mind y'all, this is a little early because at this point, we think she's about 5 or 6 weeks. We think based off of the test, and then I think she got a blood confirmation from
Okay.
wherever she had went to before she addressed it to me on the 15th. Right.
Okay.
So I want to show y'all how quick life changes. We went from the 15th to the 20th, and now we're here on the 23rd, right? 23rd rolls around. I remember it like it was yesterday. We go. I'm super excited. I'm like, yo, why are you sitting over there looking like that? She's like, something don't feel right. I'm like, women know though.
Yeah.
Women know. I'm like, they chill. I'm lit, Mike. I can't explain how annoying I was, bro. I'm lit. It's only been like a week. I am lit. You hear me? Lit. Driving her. You know what I mean? She
Yeah.
like, I ain't never seen you drive this slow. I'm like, I gotta drive slow. You my baby in there. Bro, you know how I drive, bro.
I
You know
know.
how I drive.
I know, bro.
So I'm driving super careful. I'm taking the turns extra. We get there, right? We go inside. The lady's nice, super nice. Shout out to her. We sit down. She does the ultrasound, right? So she starts at the top. I never seen nothing like this. You know what I mean? I've never done this with nobody else, and you know what I mean. So it was new to me.
Mm-hmm.
She put the gel on. She flinched and all of that. She do the top. The lady get quiet. I'm like, our baby hiding. 'Cause that's what I used to. I remember the stories when my mother told me I was hiding. I'm like,
You were
oh, so
hiding,
my
yeah.
baby's hiding. You feel me?
Yeah.
So she went lower, right, on her stomach, damn near on the top of the. I'm not trying to get too graphic, but damn near on the top of the kitty, right?
Yeah.
So it goes, doom, 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 doom. I can hear it, and I'm like, yo, they go to heartbeat, right? So I'm like tearing up. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So I look at that. But I'm looking at Dav and she kind of like deflated in the face. So for the listeners that don't know, my wife is in the medical field. She's a registered nurse. So she knew something I didn't know.
Mm.
A baby's heartbeat in the stomach is supposed to be the slower the heartbeat is worse. Mhm. The heartbeat was, you see what I'm saying, Mike? It was. But me, I'm a
Wow.
commoner, bro. I don't understand. I just hear heartbeat. I'm excited. I'm still high. I'm lit. I'm like, okay, yeah. So the Daff and the lady, like, they
They
looking at each
know.
other. They know, right? She turns to me. The lady turns to me and she was like, "This is, I'm a little concerned. The heartbeat is moving too slow." I was like, "Oh, I was the same way, bro. Me being ignorant, bro." In hindsight, I was being super ignorant, bro. If any of y'all watch the Power Universe, think Uncle Marvin. Uncle Marvin, bro. That me, bro. That's me. I'm being Uncle Marvin right now, bro. He's so innocent,
Yo.
but he's ignorant, bro. Like he just,
Yo,
I mean,
facts. I get what you're saying
I'm
though.
having
Yeah.
an Uncle Marvin moment, bro. Right? I got
Yeah.
chips in my hand. I'm him, bro. Right? I'm having a moment, bro. But they both look at me like, yo, this ain't that. So I'm
Right.
confused now. I'm like, yo, what's up? She was like, this is what I'm seeing right now is on point with, pretty much you're about to have a miscarriage. I was like, man, what you talking about? But again, I'm looking at Dav.
Mm-hmm.
This now one thing about Dav, I always give her props. She is a medical professional's professional. Like she really knows that stuff. She knows about the IV. She know what meds to give you. She know if you taking the wrong meds, a certain milligram. Like I give her all credit and props. So the look on her face said it all to me, and I was just like, nah, this real. And I could feel my like, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but I can just describe it the best way I can. I could feel the room getting darker on me. Like I could just, you could, like there's
Mm.
lights in the room, but you need a certain level of darkness already in there, but it just got darker. And mind
Mm.
you, bro, I'm sitting here looking up at this ultrasound, and she still got the heartbeat going while she telling us, "Oh, it's a chance that you about to miscarriage." So I'm looking at this little, I don't know, egg-looking thing, right? Because not fully formed, and I can see the heartbeat going, but it's going low. So in my head, I'm like bargaining. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
going through the things in my head. I'm like, nah, like you ain't. And then I'm talking to God because I'm like, ain't no way, bro. Like I know you ain't bring me this far. You allowed
Yeah.
me to sacrifice. You know what I mean? I didn't party. Like I missed mad parties. You feel me? I went to parties, but I missed mad parties. You feel me? Like I didn't violate ladies. I didn't violate women coming up. Have I told a couple lies? I think so. It's possible, very much so, right? You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm being real with you, right? I'm thinking
Yeah.
about everything that I've done in my life to get to this point. I'm like, yo, I know people right now that don't even want the kids that they got, and here I am. I put in the
Mm.
work,
And
right?
you
I
want
put
the
in the
one.
sacrifice to have this child, and you telling me it's gonna get snatched,
That's crazy, bro.
huh?
It's
So
crazy.
I'm going through all that in that moment, right, Mike?
Yeah.
I helped Daff out. Daff is just no tears, nothing. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right. We ride home. She's silent. I'm like, you want anything to eat? She's like, nah, I'm good. Cool. I want to say maybe, the night comes, we lay up, and I'm just holding her, she lets out the cry. I'm like, yo, what you crying for? It's not set in stone. She said it's possible, right? But again, a woman knows. Woman
Mm-hmm.
knows.
Mm-hmm.
She wake up, she's like, man, my stomach hurt. Man, we go downstairs, and I'm gonna try not to go too hard because I don't know how much she went out, but essentially we went downstairs. There's a bathroom downstairs. She went to the bathroom. She called me in the bathroom, and again, my wife is a nurse and professional, bro. She must have snuck gloves in the bathroom with her. Man, she holding the remains of our child in her hand, and I'm just like, "What's that?" And she's like, "This is us," and I'm like, you're not gonna give it to me like that." Uh-uh. So I'm sitting there staring at what could have been or what, what I mean? Like, it's just, to me, I'm just sitting there confused at this point, bro. And mind you, I'm cooking. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I wasn't in my right state of mind, I could have burnt the house down, anything, bro, because I'm just sitting there. Daph is used to, I don't know what to call that, bro. That's a medical professional thing that she went in. She went into her natural habitat. She became a nurse to herself, right? Me, I just was sitting there like, yo, listen, between me and you, Mike, bro, I done been shot at, bro. People done cut me up, bro. I done been jumped, bro. We done bust back at people, bro. Listen, bro, when people talk about the hood, you know what I mean, and banging their chest like it's stripes and stuff like that, that's
Mm-hmm.
not something I ever wanted for myself as a kid, bro. But that's something we went through. Nothing, Mike, between me and you, nothing from the hood amounted to that moment for me, bro. I would have took getting shot at again, bro. It's up, bro. It's what? That ain't nothing, bro. I'm gonna survive that. Even if I would have got hit, what? Ain't nothing to survive. My kid, bro. Nah, bro. You can't give it to me like that, bro.
Damn.
Especially my story, Mike.
Yeah.
My story, Mike. As much as a good guy as I was to women, because that's what always was going off in my head. I was like, what did you do just to do this? Because
Mm.
you had to have done something to get to this point.
Yeah.
You hurt somebody, you lied to somebody. Did you cheat on your wife? No. You know what I mean? All the answers was no, bro. I'm like, I know me, bro. Like, listen, I've always been labeled two ways, one or two ways. Hey, just a real one.
Oh yeah.
Number
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah.
Or the second way, just a cornball. He don't party. We're gonna keep it thorough, right? We're
No,
gonna
but
keep
you're
it
right
thorough.
though.
You
You're
either
right.
call me if you from Patterson, New Jersey, right? Especially if you from up the hill. You only label me one or two ways. Just a real one. I know if I'm in a fight, he jumping in. He could be
Yeah.
mad at me. I know he gonna jump in. Or he gonna tell me if I'm wrong, or he gonna tell me if I'm right. Every If you know me for real, for like you say you do, you know it's on site. You know that's what it is. There's a second side to me though. Oh, he a cornball. I ain't never seen him at the parties at the Masonic Temple.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You know what I mean? Or he don't get busy. Who know him for real, for real? Who on Taught that really know him to the who's who of the Taught that know what's up? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are the two sides, bro. But the reason why I was called corny because I wasn't out here dragging shorties. I wasn't, oh yo, come through, knocking them down and then sending her on her way. I actually
Yeah.
cared about your feelings. Yes, I was a cornball in that manner. But to get to this point, bro, to look at that child, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I had some sick thoughts in my head. I'm like, man, for all of this, I could have bust down a couple. What? Why?
That's crazy, bro.
So I'm sitting here. I'm making sure she good. I'm trying to take myself out of it, and we just carrying on, bro. And to me, we wouldn't be having this conversation if it wasn't for her. She's so damn strong. We didn't tell anybody.
Oh
This
yeah, I know.
happened, right? This happened for the longest time. From the if y'all know what my birthday month is, right? Just picture my month going, right? And then a whole nother month coming. The only reason the cat came out the bag is because we took a trip and we did Margaritaville in the Bahamas. Rest in peace to my uncle Rez. His 50th born day. We had took a trip out there and we did that. And they had the like the 360 spin joint.
Yeah.
Me and her was planning to do that at our baby shower. That's what set her off. She broke that. That's what she seen it, and everybody was like,
Wow.
come on, Dad, come do 360." She's like, "No, thank you, no thank." And they just kept pounding her, hounding her. She walked outside. She bust out crying. So before I had a chance to go after her, my stepmother went and found her. She broke down to my stepmother. It was a wrap from there. It was a wrap. Now the cat was out the bag. So my father, he like, "Yo, why you ain't say something?" I'm like, "Yo, what you want me to say, bro?" Like,
Yo, facts.
you know what I mean? I'm looking at him. He looking at me. He like, damn, my son really my son. Like he, like bro, you taking it like on. I could tell in my looking at my father's eye, he was just looking at me like I think he was kind of nervous, like really, like yo, this dude really responding how I would respond in the situation. That's scary to a man who's supposed to be protecting his child, bro. You feel me? Like I understand, I get it. He like, what? I can't even help my son.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mother, I finally seen her this year. She looking at me. She like, "Are you okay?" Man, you know my mother, bro.
Yo, bro.
No, man,
No,
she's not
they
even
know your mother. She was on
right.
here last season.
That- let me say this. That's not who she was before she had grandkids. Let me say that. Right? Right? My mother
Yeah.
was super like, "Yo, son, scared." My mother and my father don't even know what to do with me in 2024, Mike. Because they looking in my eyes and they can see I'm no longer here, bro. I was talking to y'all, I finally told y'all, I could tell from the phone, I can tell just the reaction. Y'all just like, yo, what? Like,
Yo, facts.
just
Well,
you just was gonna hold that? Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't gonna say
yo,
nothing. Then Mike, you know
yo,
what made it worse, bro? You know what made it worse for me?
what?
When I finally started coming out and I started telling people around me, certain people will be like, "Oh man, I hate to hear that, man. Yeah, man, I had three, man. You know, you kind of." Now I had to pause people. I'm like, "Yo, hold on. The fuck you mean you had three miscarriages? Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?" "Oh man, just you know, man, you gotta, man, you know, it's life, man. We from the hood, baby." I'm like, no, no. I don't want to take it there. I almost call myself a BAN, but I must be a bitch boy because, bro, I'm like, bro, I'm sitting here devastated. You telling me you had 3, 6? Somebody told me they had 6. I was like, yo, yo, yo,
Wait,
you doing,
what?
you doing too much. How? Have you been to therapy? Have you talked to somebody? Have you? I'm here. What's like what? The therapist in me. You know how I said Dad was the nurse. The
The
therapist in me
sheriff.
woke me up,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yo, you good? Like
Mm-hmm.
3, 6. I had one. Heard a heartbeat, and I'm out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people tell me now, bro. I'm telling you, like people that have been around, they're like, "Yo, just you a little different." Like it's kind of like you back to your dark age. I'm like, "Oh no, it is. He back. Is that fair? I don't think so. Can I help that right now? I don't got nothing for y'all, bro. Mike, I'm being real. I ain't got nothing for y'all, bro. I'm gonna continue to be the great man that I know I can be, bro. But all that extra, like ha ha, kiki and cracking jokes shit, bro. That shit, man. I'm good right now, bro. I ain't got it. I ain't got it for you. That's
Yo.
where I'm at, bro.
Yo. Whew. That was. Whew, whew. That's crazy, bro. That whole story right there is crazy. It's like the shift in your overall well being changed just because of a split. Let's say a split second of a moment,
Mm-hmm.
and like that is the crazy part about all this. All right. Now, are there? I think you kind of already started alluding to the challenges or the difficulties you had to face with these
Mm-hmm.
emotions. Let's dive into that a little bit more because
All right.
I want them to get your headspace And you can talk on Daft a little bit if you want, because I feel as though her side of the story and how it made you feel is probably a big piece to this too.
That's facts.
So so go ahead, talk to me, bro.
What in particular?
So so first, that when it all happened, right? And you said Daft went into her nursing bag, and you just start to spiral because you didn't know how to. I don't know if you knew how to articulate in the moment or just how to react. I don't think you did. I think you just was spinning at that moment. Like, so my question to you is, first off, seeing that act the way she did in her medical field profession, right? And handle that initial moment that way. You alluded to how you felt, but I think we need to paint a really clear picture on how you were in that moment, because I think people need to see that side of things, because it could have been completely different if she was freaking out.
That's real.
So let's talk about that.
I just remember the word failure moving through
Mm.
my head and watching her have to be strong in a position where she didn't have to be strong pissed me off. I think that's what it was really about. The
Mm.
ego inside of me, the man inside of me was just like, the fuck are you doing? Like,
The
why are you
protector.
sitting there with that? Why are you like she was touching it and caressing it and being nurturing? She would make a phenomenal mother. Here she was in the moment mothering her dead feet. Like, bro, I'm getting mad thinking about it again. Bro, she's sitting there nurturing a dead fetus. You understand? So I'm enraged at that point. I'm just like, bro, how? Like, how you gonna call yourself a man and you watching your wife go through that? Then
Mm.
they got me to thinking, like, is there something wrong with my penis? You feel me? Like, I'm all over the Mike. When I say I was all over the
Yeah.
place, this is the rawest I'm gonna give it to you, bro. I'm like, what did you do wrong in your past, right? That got you to this point
Said that
because
earlier.
you did something to deserve this, right? That's where my mind first
First.
went.
Yeah.
It never went to something's wrong with her. She can't catch. I know I've talked to people and they was like, man, I immediately got mad at the girl. Da, da, da. I'm like, I ain't even
Nah.
take it there. I'm like,
It was
it's my
all
fault.
internal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, it's my fault. I had to have done something. I was being stupid somewhere. Man, I went back to in my head about school 13, and I remember this one time, I ain't gonna say his name, threw the football and hit me in my nuts. I was like, that's it. That's what did it right there. Bro, I'm Mike. Yo, we
I
were in,
remember that moment.
that's what I'm saying, bro. We were in sixth grade. I went back to sixth grade.
That's crazy.
And I was like, that's that moment right there. That's why my baby is no longer here.
Mm.
That's what happened. My mind it went, and I could feel myself pulling away from the very people that actually cared about me, love me, because you yourself, you was calling non. It's like you knew something was wrong, Mike. You just
Yep.
knew something was wrong, and I was just like, I can't talk to nobody right now. I can't talk to Mike. I can't do it. I can't, because if you tell me something about something that I usually care about, I'm not in the space to hold that for you. And I don't want you to be on the phone like, damn, Just, why you moving like that? Because you don't know.
Yeah.
And it's not your fault. So I was disciplined enough and conscious enough to understand that I couldn't do it. Man, look,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to my buzz who just came home from a long ass bid. He came home, he was hitting me up. Right? Now, mind you, I was talking to him a good while, but he went like 3 weeks with no contact. I finally called him back. He said, Buzz, I was about to fly out there because
Mm.
all them letters you wrote me, you told me, if I call, you gonna pick up. Just get home. Do the right thing. That's what kept me going while I was in prison.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
here I'm not even understanding how I'm affecting other people and I'm not responding to them. he could have went off and did something stupid.
Yeah.
I ain't saying I got power like that, but I'm just telling you what he told me.
Well, it's not even power. It's we affect other people's life. It's butterfly effect, but we'll get into that another time.
But to answer your question, bro, I felt powerless. I felt weak. I felt less of a man. Watching my wife had to sit there. I know she's in pain, but she thugging it out basically. She doing the strong, independent black woman thing in the moment. And I'm just like, that you ain't gotta do that. But do she
She did
gotta
it.
do
Yeah.
that? Yo, it's rough,
It.
man.
Hey, hey, you. There's a reason why she picked you and you picked her.
Mm.
And that's plain as day, and that's where that piece I think comes into it. Because I think if that was any other situation, I don't know. Because you could have spiraled quickly, bro.
I
Quickly.
I I'm gonna say this last thing, bro. I don't think we talk enough about the darkness that we hold as humans.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about it real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
After that day, after the 23rd, well, the 24th, I think we got to like the 25th, I
Mm-hmm.
really spiraled. I had 2 days where I can fully, I don't think anybody can classify justice as a hater. I don't I
Mm,
don't really know too many people that can give me instances where I've ever hated. I've always been go,
mm.
go, go, go. I'm proud of you. Even when I've been dirt poor, nothing in my pocket, and you got your money up. We used to buy what $2.50 turkey and cheese sandwiches, bro. If I had $5, I will buy one of my brothers one that's with me.
Yo, he
Use
ain't
up my
lying,
whole
dog. I
five.
remember. I remember that.
Come on, I ain't never been a hater in my life, bro. But for them 2 days, Mike, I can stand on what I'm saying. I was a hater, bro. You know why I was a hater,
Yeah.
Mike?
Why, bro?
Because I was looking around. I'm like, yo, you don't deserve a kid. You don't deserve a kid. I'm not happy to say this, but yo, if you get pregnant, I hope your kid die. Like, yo, ain't no way. Like, you don't deserve no kid. Yo, I was on one, bro. I was on some hating ish, bro. Evil. For 2 days, I was just sitting seething, bro. I'm like, damn, this is not of who I am, bro. I'm so happy for other people, bro. But
Yeah.
them 2 days, I'm like, nah.
If
I felt like
if
one of them people, like, if I can't have her, you can't have. I
oh
felt weak, bro. I ain't
dang
never experienced nothing like that in my life, bro. When I finally came out of that, I was disgusted to look in the mirror, bro. And mind you, it was only thoughts. I ain't say that out loud to nobody.
yeah
But I know me. I'm not no hater, bro. I be clap for people, bro. How can you fix your mind to think death on somebody else's child? And I'm not talking
yeah
about people that was just having kids, but I'm talking about people that kids, they, you know what I mean? Four, five,
yeah
six, seven. I'm like, bro, you
yeah
didn't even want that kid. I was tripping, bro. Tripping.
dang. Yo, I ain't got nothing to say to that, bro. Well, I don't know what to say, bro. That's crazy.
It get dark, man. You know what I
Yo,
mean? And
so
if anybody looking for a solution, because I know that's the next question. How you
yeah,
get through that?
yeah,
You of course you got therapy, right? But I feel like therapy only gonna take you so far. Man, this ain't a Christian podcast. It's not a religious podcast. It's not a spiritual podcast. But damn it, if you don't have a spiritual background or some type of foundation, I don't know what to tell you. I don't
mm,
know what to tell you. You got to believe in God. You got to believe in the universe. You have to believe in something because if you don't, you're going to succumb to that evil shit. And in order for the world to have evil shit, there has to be good shit. There has to be an yin and a yang. So if you believe in the evil shit, you got to know that there's some good shit. And I know I'm cursing right now. I know everybody like, yo, dang, just you trying to preach. Listen, man, I'm trying to keep it real with you, bro. I really went through this shit. It got to be a God. You call it the universe, you call it creator. I don't care. It exists because a lot of y'all, and this is me being real with everybody, Mike. A lot of y'all would be in trouble if there was no creator because I turned into a hater. I really had some evil thoughts, bro. I was
mm,
radiating evil thoughts, Mike.
mm.
Mike, hear me when I say this. Like I was radiating evil thoughts. I was losing it to a point. I was like, yo, I might have to do a psychotic, like a psychological evaluation, bro. Is this how it feels to snap? I've seen red before, bro. I've been in fights. I done been jumped before. I know what it feels like to go numb. You feel me? Like, this
Yeah.
wasn't that. This, if hell got a feeling, this was close.
Wow. 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 Whew.
Let me ask you a question, though, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Hearing a loved one tell you, I had a miscarriage. Don't give me no BS. Don't go surface. Tell me what your immediate thought was.
So, all right. Before we go any further, the first part of the question is: you were not the only person to ever tell me that you had a miscarriage, right? I've had other people tell me, but even still, it's like I kind of go into like, what the hell? It's like, why is this happening to people that I love and care about, right? Like why? Like I don't get it. It's like it's puzzling because in the moment you hear it, and then the other thought that I get is like I know I have to console them. I just don't know how to or what's the right thing to say. Like I don't want to say the wrong thing and set you off, and the conversation could go completely left because saying the wrong thing at the wrong time in the wrong moment could kill an entire relationship, friendship at any point in time. So I'm like, it's like you're stuck. But then like you said, you have to believe in something. I believe in God Almighty, Jesus Christ, my Savior, and everything. And the first thing I've said it more than once now that I even think about it now, and like I reflect back on those conversations, and I'm like, there must be a reason for this to happen to you. That God's building you for. He chose you to go through this. We don't know why. Don't know when it's gonna reveal itself, but he chose you for this reason, and that's the only thing I can say in that moment. And be like, God doesn't want us to struggle, right? He wants the best for us. So this just may be one of those trials you have to go through before you get that glory moment of eventually having one of your own. And I know I've said that exactly to you, but not those exact words.
Word.
So that's how my head works. It's like, damn, why? Yeah, I question why. But then, like I said, my faith kicks in. That's the first thing I have to think about. Say the right thing, and also give him an understanding. Because then you come to find out, and we'll talk about this a little more later on, that this is more common than we thought. which is mind-boggling that we don't talk about it as much.
Because I 100% thought I was alone on this one. I thought something was wrong with me.
Yeah.
As the uncle.
Yeah.
How do you feel now in this present moment?
In this present moment, hearing the full story, I'm even more heartbroken for you, bro. Right? But I feel like you needed to go through this to show that you can go through anything and do the damn thing. Because this is it's an unfortunate circumstance, but what I know that's for you coming, you don't have your kids, man. I ain't worried about you guys.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man. I got you, bro. So, I told you how I console them, but you're the individual that went through it. As your brother, as your friend, how do you think someone should console someone going through that moment? Is there a proper way to do it, or is there more? Is this more normal than we think? Which we both said we believe it is.
So to answer your first question, no, there's no one way. I think you just got to know the person that you're talking to, and then know that whatever you say may or may not hit. So just speak from your heart. Speak it true. Whatever it is that you're feeling in that moment, speak it true, and everything don't need to be said. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's the best advice I can give. But what could you have said to me in the moment to really? I don't, nothing, bro. God loves you. I don't. That's you know what I mean. Just continuing to speak life into me. That's the answer.
Yeah.
That's the answer. Because even though I was in a fog, it was dark. I couldn't really hear what y'all was saying. I remembered when I came out.
Mm,
You know how
mm,
they say when you down in the
yeah.
hospital, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have limited brain activity, but if you talk to them, they can hear you. That's what it felt like, bro.
Mm,
And I mean no disrespect to anybody that's ever gone through that, you know what I mean? But I'm just telling you my real life feeling. That's how it felt. I felt paralyzed. I just was a walking shell. I was moving. So to hear a mic go, "Hey, bro, just checking up on you," da, 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 like it. No disrespect, Mike. It meant nothing to me in the moment. Nothing.
nah, you good,
Absolutely
bro.
nothing to me, bro. Right?
Yeah.
But when I came out of it, I was like, man, let me hit Mike up. You know what I mean? I felt terrible. I'm like, yo, let me hit Mike up. Bro, you good? Da, 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 da. And I could tell you was just all put like, yo, man, are you good, bro? Like, I was just like, yo, I'm good, bro. Day by day, baby. I'm outside. What's up?
And you started sounding like yourself again. Yep. Yep.
I don't know what you could tell the person, man. Again, I just think if you talk life into them when they come out of it, if they come out of it, God pulls them out of it, right? Because that's the other ugly part we don't talk about. Everybody don't make it out.
Nope.
Trauma kills people, bro. It forces them to kill themselves. Like you know.
Yeah. 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 Yo, it's this is this that topic, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But like, since we are the Black Man Misunderstood podcast, I think we have to
Absolutely.
come from it more so from specifically people of color, but more specifically Black mothers, right? In all honesty, I can't even ask my own mom right now if she ever had a miscarriage, right?
Mm.
Right? She had 4 kids.
All right.
Like, it's I can't even have that conversation to see what she thinks about this, potentially get advice to console you and sis. Even if, let's say, it unfortunately happens to me and stuff, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I pray it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. But I don't even have my mom to ask that question. And then behind that is the statistics. Currently, 43% Black women are more likely to have a miscarriage than a white woman,
Which is sick.
which is crazy. But it makes sense because all the health issues that we have. Not saying that we actually have issues. I'm talking about the issues between us and doctors and how they try to tell us it's one thing, but don't really understand that this is what this means for Black people specifically. And that's also part of the issue, but that's crazy because between me and you, like I told you, the other individuals that I found out that had miscarriages are from Black population and mixed or not. And both of them, close friends, they have kids
Mm.
currently.
And I'm a piggyback on that. That takes me to my next part.
Yeah.
They have kids currently after a miscarriage. That's what you're saying, correct?
Well, it's crazy. One was after miscarriage. One was before miscarriage. I mean, one was after the child.
Mm.
So
Which, right.
it can still
So
happen.
let me tell you what the doctor told us after we went, and she was cleaned out. It was no more baby in her system. Right. First things first. Hold on. Let me give all praise and props to queens that have gone through miscarriages. Okay. Because as a man watching my wife go through a miscarriage, it's not a 1 day thing.
Mm.
I don't know if people understand that. It's not a 1 day thing. The way it was described to me is it feels like I'm on my period times 100.
Whew.
And every day I had to watch the woman that I love, that I'm in love with, hold her stomach, go to the bathroom, and pass something out of her that was her and me. It
Mm.
wasn't a one time thing. It came out and she was able to play with. She was playing with the fetus, but there's still more to the fetus that was inside her that had to push out. This took about a week and a half, 2 weeks, bro.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So after, and I'm making sure this is important. After she was cleaned and flushed out from that, we went to the doctor, the OBGYN. Bro, it's a brother. We got a brother, right? The stupid. Let me try not to be rude. The individual that was working for the brother wasn't normal staff. Okay.
Okay.
She sent us back there. She didn't put in the paperwork that we had a miscarriage. So because we had seen him earlier the last year and we told him we were attempting to conceive, he thought we were pregnant when we walked back there.
Oh wow.
So he came in there and he was lit.
Happy. Mm.
Right. He was like, okay, all right, I see you. What position you? Because, hey, hold on. Before y'all try to come for my doctor, me and him talk like that. We have fun like that. Right. He was like, what position you hit? You having a boy or a girl? He was lit. And I'm looking at him. I can't even be mad at him. I'm like, doc. And my wife is looking at him with the ugliest queen face. You feel me?
No, I already
You,
know that.
if you was raised around queens, you know what I'm talking about. Like, so I had to touch her like, yo, I'm like, it gotta be something wrong here. And I was like, yo, doc, we lost a baby, man. He was like, huh? He started pulling the thing. He was like, it's not in here. I'm like, we just told such and such, boom, boom. He was like, mm. And he made that face like, oh yeah, she getting fired. I'm pretty sure she didn't get fired, but it's one of them faces, right?
The reprimandment. Mm-hmm,
Reprimanding
mm-hmm.
is coming, right? So
Yeah.
after that whole conversation, I say all that to say this. You want to know the thing he said to us?
Nah, what he said.
This is more normal than you think. He hit me with the statistic that you just hit us with about the 42, 43%, right? And
It's
then he hit
crazy.
me with the thing that shocked me the most. The fact that you were able to get pregnant means that you can get pregnant again. Most people have miscarriages and they get right back pregnant afterwards.
Wow.
I'm like, I hear you. I hear you. But one thing I know about my life, it ain't normal. It ain't normal.
Mm,
We're going on 9 months today. So
wow.
that means the baby would have been born today, yesterday, or tomorrow. Which is why I wanted to do this episode when we did it. Because I wanted it to be real. I
Wow.
didn't want to BS this, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
I didn't want to BS this, bro. I didn't want to BS this. She's still not pregnant, Mike. That's what I'm telling you. We not normal. You see what I'm saying? So I understand where the doctor was going with that.
Yeah.
But we not normal. So here we are, you know what I mean? And we have been trying, if you can consider that trying, because it's still devastating. You feel me? That
Yeah.
takes us into another question. But before we get there, the question I'm throwing out there is why us as folks? Why does it take for me to take the step to jump out and be like, yo, I had a miscarriage for you, somebody that I love to tell me you
That
had
they had.
three,
Mm,
you had six,
yeah.
you had two,
Yeah.
and you didn't say anything. And then I asked you who you told. Oh no, I just took it to the chest. No. Why are we doing that to ourselves as a community? We talk about everything else. Y'all quick to run around talk about Drake and his penis size. But we're not gonna talk about Queen that had the miscarriage and the brother that was there for her in that time of need.
Yeah.
Let's have a real conversation. I know you can't answer that, Mike. I know I can't answer that. I'm just throwing it out there for the listeners that's listening. But the
Well,
question we can answer
yeah.
is black brothers and abortion and miscarriages. Can we talk about it?
Oh yeah, let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it. So this is it's so hard of a topic, but like going back to what you said about not talking about stuff. And actually I spoke about this in my men's group the other day, right? Our leader basically stated that as men, we don't try to talk about things we need to talk about, right? Because I guess it's the pride thing or ego thing with us. But if we only understood that if we did talk about that might open the door for someone else, just like you
Mm-hmm.
said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like if we like talk about these type of situations specifically, and I'm specifically talking about miscarriages and abortion, it's like if we actually talk about how it affects us and what it's doing to us, like psychologically, it's like
Mm-hmm.
I think people, my honest opinion, people wouldn't have as many abortions as they would to know what happens with the miscarriages, the numbers and the statistics wise. Because, like, yeah, you know, I ain't about a man deciding how a woman body's supposed to feel. Like I can take that side of the story and all that good stuff, but that's not how I'm looking at it. I'm
Right.
looking at it like this: it's you were gifted to take care of something. If you made the mistake and did it prematurely before you were ready, that ain't our fault or the child's fault. That's you and the person you decide to lay down with. All right, I'm gonna keep it like that. And there's other situations that we're not gonna get into because that can turn
Right.
this
Right.
whole conversation left field. But take a minute to think about that. When you ask to go get an abortion, you're basically taking an opportunity that someone else would wish for that they had. Especially the way they talking about abortion these days and people terminating stuff after 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, and basically
Yeah.
babies growing. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was only 7 weeks for me, and I was devastated, bro. I couldn't imagine 5, 6, 7 months. Like, nah, bro. Too much.
Too much.
It's too
So
much.
me as a black man, because my wife, there was workers she worked with at her previous job, and they gone through the abortion route, and it's practically, in my honest opinion, it's the similar situation with the miscarriage. It's a weak process. Just let them get
Oh,
through it.
flushing out, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. That's crazy. And me as a black man, I pray anyone that I know don't just have an abortion just to have an abortion if there's no health issues and things like that. And I know there's other extreme circumstances people consider, but I say push through having a kid. My honest opinion, because you never know who can't have one and who constantly has miscarriages. Because there's that problem too. You can potentially give that baby up to be adopted somewhere. So
Facts. It before we end, man, is there anything you want to ask on behalf of the listeners? Anything you want to personally know? Anything like that to help somebody?
personally, bro, I know you said that you're trying, right? But how do you get your head into that space to try again after something like that? Honestly.
This might be TMI, but I mean, we being real. We here now. I'm an emotional. I was gonna say fucker, but that's not the right word. I have moments where I can black out and do the whole, oh, sit down, here, chick, whatever, boom, boom, blow your back out, whatever, right? But a lot of the times I'm like super sensual. So to say that we're okay, we'll be lying. We'll be
Mm.
lying. I think we're doing the best that we can. I think it really did a number on our marriage. Not to a point where we was like gonna separate and nothing like that. It's just you can tell the temperature in the room is different. Like there's
There's
more
a
love
shift.
there.
There's a
Yeah.
shift. Yeah.
Yeah. There's more love there, but it's still like it's kind of like we both kind of just like walking on eggshells. Like at any moment you waiting on the other person to go, you know what, maybe this happened because it wasn't meant to be. Both of us.
Mm.
Both of
Mm.
us, you can feel the energy in the room doing that. So to try, that's why I said try again. I don't know, man. From me to you, man, I'm being very vulnerable when I say this. I feel like a shell of my former self sexually.
Oh wow.
Sexually. When you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like I haven't worked out in like 8 months, you know what I mean? And before, so here's the backstory. I didn't work out for like a year and a half. And then she told me she was pregnant and I started working out like a madman. It shouldn't
Mm.
have taken for that for me to start working out, but that's what it did. So I was, and I'm a mesomorph, so I get big really, really fast. So I was, you know what I mean? So the family's
Yeah.
looking at me like, yo, what the I was getting huge. Right? I was getting huge.
Yeah.
And then when that happened, I just, I haven't from me to you, but I haven't worked out since.
Mm.
So people will call that a state of depression. But I'm as a professional that is in that, I'm telling you, I'm not depressed. I am in a medium state, if that exists. Before I was in a very, very low state. You could even call that depression. But attempting to make love to your wife after that, I meet some people that can jump right back in. They've told me this stuff like, oh man, ain't no thing it happens, man. You gotta get back on the horse. I'm not that dude, bro. You can call me bitch man, you can call me sensitive, all those things. I ain't never been that. You feel me? It is what it is. You a man how you a man, I'm a man how I am. You know what I mean? And it's just like
Yeah.
that. Will we be okay? Hope so. You know what I mean? Hope so.
I believe you guys will.
It's a recovery process. You feel me?
Yeah.
I've been talking to her about us going back to couples counseling things like that, but it's a process, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a process, but definitely recommendations to others going through those things, man. Just take your time. Be open with one another too. Whatever you feel in that moment, let it out. Even if you feel like it's gonna hurt their feelings, just let it out. I'd rather you let it out than you harbor resentment and low
Mm-hmm.
hanging thoughts and things like that because you never know what somebody's thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, folks, before we go, I like to give you a couple more statistics. I want to thank my brother for giving his piece and letting everyone in to his life, of course. But like we said earlier, 43% of black women are more likely to have a miscarriage. Another one is 1 out of 4 pregnancies in the first trimester could end up in a miscarriage. And these two final points I thought was the most confusing to me, honestly, is that most countries don't collect statistics on this. And then the other reason behind that is because countries classify different pregnancy loss differently. So what
Based
we
off
make, it didn't specify on what. So
mm,
basically, anything that the U.S. can consider a miscarriage, it might be different in the U.K.
mm.
So that's another reason, which is also mind-boggling. But A good statistic, though, is like they said, 75%, your doctor said this, who had a miscarriage go on to have a healthy pregnancy.
Looking forward to that.
Yes, sir.
Let me say this final thing for everybody that's listening. It don't matter how you feel about what I just said because it's me talking. Right? It's how I felt, right? But most importantly, right, for real, for all jokes aside, what matters is you take something away from it. It don't matter if you got an evil spirit or you got a good spirit. Just take something away from it. We're humans. We're having human experiences, but we're spiritual beings having human experiences. And I stand on what I'm saying to you. We got to get out of this social media bubble sometimes and realize that the person that you say you love may be going through something. Man, check on your people, bro. Just check on your people.
So true,
We
bro.
we losing too many people randomly, and you keep waking up and you going, yo, what happened? They was good yesterday. Check on your people. And let me also say this: checking on your people is not just calling them and texting them. Yo, please, let's go back to popping up on folks. Don't pop up at their house. But if you my real talk, because I'm one of them people. You can't just be popping up on me. We're not going for that.
Yo,
But
facts.
if you know where your person gonna be at, if they go to a deli every day at 2 p.m. type, pop up on them. Wait on
Yeah.
them in the whip. Pop up on your people. And another thing, man, love on your people. I just had my sis was just here, right? She got her new whip. Shout out to her, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
drove it just to make sure it was good, being a good big brother, right? I saw that
Mm-hmm.
the headlights was yellow. I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling this. I'm a man's man at that. I'm like, I'm not feeling this. So I went on Amazon, bought some headlights. I fixed it for her. I ain't never in my life touched this type of car. This type of car that she got, I ain't gonna blow her spot up. It was a nice car, you know what I mean? But I ain't never touched that type of brand. But I went ahead and fixed that headlight for her. Not because I wanted to pump my chest and be like, oh yeah, big bro did it for her. It's because I don't know what my sister going through. And instead of sitting there and giving her lip service, oh sis, what's up? How you doing? Oh, okay, you know, still speaking life into her. Let me show her what giving life is, because that's giving life. That's, you know what I mean. That's giving life to somebody. You
Yep.
didn't have to change my headlights, big bro. What you do that for? I ain't like the yellow. It's not supposed to be yellow, sis. It's supposed to be white. This is how it looks with the LEDs, and you can see further down the street. Boom, boom, boom. That put a smile on her face. Cause I don't know what my sis going through. But now she gonna hold that memory and be like, I got one more day to fight through. One more day to live here on this earth. One more day to fight because my big bro did that for me.
Yeah.
Do that for your people, yo. Cause there's some dark days ahead of us, y'all. You better pick a side.
Facts. Facts. And with that, folks, we see y'all next week. Peace. What up, listeners? Mike B here. Hope you enjoyed the episode. You can find us on IG at BMM_podcast. On TikTok at BMM Podcast. Facebook, just type in the Black Man Misunderstood Podcast. And then you can find the Neighborhood Therapist at the Neighborhood Therapist on IG. And you can find myself at MikeB_BMM on IG. And if you want to connect with our producer, the DJ himself, Mr. DJ Daxter, check him out at DJ Daxter on IG. Alright, folks. See y'all next week.